Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning. My name is Hassan Omar, and as the speaker introduced me, I came from Columbus, Ohio. And I'm really happy to be here with you today to participate in this conference. Before I started my speech, I would like to know how many people who came from Columbus, Ohio, and sitting here. Would you please stand up? That shows how we are interested in to participate in the civic activities in Somali community or Somali diaspora. I was given social services challenges and opportunities. Social services are the services are provided benefit of the group of people, and social service can be in many areas. Can be daycare, adult care, psychology, or human welfare. So I do not have really, I cannot cope that in one day or maybe 1 hour or 10 minutes. Since I've been working in this community for last 10 years, I would like to give you the little information about the challenge. So our mission is, we're a Somali Community Association, and we have a mission. Our mission is to advocate, promote self-sufficient through employment, economic empowerment, Somali community, and other immigrants. The number of Somali community, you've been hearing that the Somalis are living in Minneapolis and Columbus. The people live in Columbus. We do not know how many Somalis exactly live there, but we think that around 30 to 40,000 people are living there. And many Somalis call Columbus the home because we know that the civil war been going on for 20 years, and we don't see any future over there. So we have to make sure that and make our homes where we are living right now. The Somali refugees and other immigrants who settled in Central Ohio face many challenges. And those challenges are employment, affordable housing, economic development, counseling, mental health services, legal services, education, health services, youth services, mentoring, provide translation, advocacy, and supportive services. Major needs of the Somali community, when we look all over those problems, is housing. And most of Somali families, we know that we are not like Americans. Somali get more kids than American people. So most Somali families have 7 or 8 family members. And most apartments are designed only 2 or 3 bedrooms. Most Somalis do not have a credit history. Some people, when they get money and wanted to rent a nice neighborhood and live that neighborhood, they don't have a credit, or they have a low credit. Most Somali families live in crowded conditions. Many landlords take advantage of the immigrants because of the language barriers. There are also a high number of evictions. In Columbus, Ohio, the Somali community live in concentration area, like some areas, the northeast and the west. Some areas you cannot get in that apartments unless you pay even money. When you fill out the applications, the manager of that property will tell you there is something missing. And then you're going to go back and you say, what's missing? I already filled out the information. They will tell you, you will ask them how much money that I'm going to pay monthly, and they will tell you that 800. All right, I signed the applications, everything's okay. I give you the money order, I give you everything. And they will tell you there's something's missing, which means you have to give them $1,000 bribe in order to qualify those apartments. There's a lack of the need case managers. We know that most Somali people have language barriers, cultural barriers, and they've been very, very difficult really to fill their applications, to communicate with the neighbors, to communicate with the landlords, to communicate with everybody. And they don't have, what you will see like 100% in the neighborhood that consists of the Somali, maybe 300 apartments. And 99% or 100% those apartments occupied by the Somalis, but there's no Somalis working over there. No Somali. They don't have any interpreter. Even they don't have a value. They don't value to the community or the people who are really there are tenants. Employment. Most Somalis are ready to and eager to work, but lack of training, language barriers, and connection to the job opportunities prevent them access to the jobs. We know that where we came to the new country. There are challenges. People need to speak the language, need to have any skills, need to know about who's doing what, and it has been very, very difficult for the Somali community. Unemployment rate among the Somalis is higher than 3.5 times than the ordinary Americans. Today we see the economy is challenging. And the unemployment rate of the Somali immigrants are almost 20 and 30%. The only people who help us are the mothers who are selling the little shops and the business that they created. Most of Somalis have temporary jobs. You will see 80% of Somalis work UBS or the other agencies, and they work, the job they have are temporary. They do not have a health coverage. So you see that challenge. Most of the families, like in Ohio, and there is the welfare is not, even if you have a large number of family members, and you don't have income, you cannot receive the benefits more than 36 months, which is 3 years. Oh, really? I'm not even close. Education. Adults are always an influx of new immigrants. We need to learn the English language to attain jobs and self-sufficient. Many Somalis have a degree from Somalia. Educational institutions are not recognized in the United States. Adults need vocational training. In order to get a job, they need extensive language, at least 1 year to learn the language, and especially the workplace English. Children, and this is the area really I'm interested in. Most of Somali children like to attend the schools, and we know everybody wants to attend the schools. More than 500 kids in Columbus only, aged between 15 to 22, have spent most of their lives in refugee camps. And by the time they came to the United States, they were 18, 19, or 20. They were not allowed to attend the public schools. They became dropouts. They become involved to the gangs. We have a lot of kids who are really in the prison system, even though we are better than Minnesota. I'm not saying that the number-wise. So we have a program we call Somali Venture that is taking place in Columbus. And we were able to get a program to assist those kids. Around 75 kids actually right now are participating in this program. Healthcare, I don't want to go there. I had a lot of things, and I thought that I would be able to. Since the Somalis are immigrants to the U.S. and legal issue has been really paramount, and the magnitude of the legal needs, such as traffic, domestic violence, immigration, criminal interests, malpractices, evictions have been addressed properly, and this is a huge problem that we are facing. You see that many do not understand and are not educated about the American justice system, immigrants and the family reunifications. After the Somali community, give me 5 minutes, please.
No, you have question and answer. You can throw it in.
All right. I would like to say lack of this youth, because I have to engage directly to you. The lack of mentoring and the role models to follow. Neighborhood and bad influence. Lack of recreation and disconnection from the mainstream, lacking the parent engagement, lack of the collaboration among the Somali groups, both religious and the community leaders, confusion of living with two cultures. Some are saying, I'm going back to Somalia, and saying, I'm staying here. And then underachievement in schools, lack of relationship between parents and school system. One thing, the opportunities I would like to say, most of the Somali community came to Columbus with the bare-handed, which in America, I have to say that. Today, the community has established more than 300 businesses, ranging from little, small shops to malls. And you could not even imagine how we have more than 2,000 students are attending these schools, universities, and the colleges. So we got a lot of opportunity over there, so go ahead.
Very good. No, we're going to have Q&A. Please give them a big thank you.
If there are any questions.
Again, questions and answers. Youth.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. The only question I have is that, you know, a lot of tenants and other groups taking advantage of some newcomers. And have you guys considered creating a coalition of community members, law enforcement, you know, housing groups, social services, where you have a regular meeting and discuss those issues and, you know, highlight, you know, some of the problems so you can get the word out to these different sectors? Thank you.
Honestly, and this morning when you were talking about the Somali, Safe Somalia, and go back to the history, the problem that is taking place in Somalia, that's we are responsible for. Secondly, the United States, when Somali came to the United States, there are opportunities. And whenever the Somalis settle the new area, they always get welcome. And local governments and the other regions, the states wants to help the Somali community, but the Somali communities themselves are spoilers because they are not willing to work together, either because of the clan, because of the problem that is taking place, or maybe a self-interest, somebody who wants to, and be honest with you, the youth, and I like that, we're destroying Somalia for lies. And we're always against the most effective human being that among of us. And those who criticize us always are those that are the weakest. So the answer is we try many times to work together. But whenever we try to work together, there is a new group saying, I am Somali blah, blah. I am Somali, Western Somalia. I'm Northern Somalia. I'm Central Somalia. So the problem that's taking place in Somalia is really, it's built over on us here in the United States. And as a young people, I'm urging you to be involved and work with the community and volunteer. And the only thing that I think people who can change are the youth and the young people. Because what even I see in the universities and the colleges, so many organizations, so many groups do not want to work together, even the young kids. They wanted to have, in Ohio State only, you see Somali ambassadors, you see Somali associations, you see another group, even the young people. So we affect, you know, even the problem reaches down to the bottom. So if we don't work together and understand the unity is a fundamental, really, that only that we can restore the Somali nation or Somali people, we will never have a value. The other thing, young people, I would like to tell is we have experienced a lot of mothers and a lot of family members decided to claim as a single mother or single father. Do not allow to marry somebody who's not going to take care of you and your family. At the same time, you have to make sure your mother and your uncle and anybody, you know, the family, without the father, the child cannot be productive in this society. And we have to make sure single mother is enemy to our culture, and we did not have a back home. At the same time, working together. Is there a, hey, go ahead. Okay, what am I?
question, please.
The question is, how can we separate in terms of our youth problem with the Somali problem with us? Because the Somali youth have not been developing in terms of providing food that is never been taught who they are, where they come from. They lost their identity. They are struggling to figure out how to adjust to this society. But they also scaling out garbage about them. So how can we separate the youth problem in diaspora?
Thank you.
The Somali problem.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. I am a father, and I have children. I always tell them, do not do what I'm doing when I'm talking about tribe. Do not listen to me. Do not come close to me. Whenever I try to go to the meetings, any special meetings of clannish, I never invite them to join with me. So I educate them, I separate myself from them because they are the future. I wanted them to integrate among the Somali people. If I can't, they will be able. So please, thank you.